Check, check.
Westside San Bernardino. This is for my people. Black entrepreneur Negro.
Welcome to the post-fight press conference. To those joining us on the live stream, we welcome you here to Visalia, California. Still on site here at the Convention Center. All the action wrapped up in the cage, fighters just behind us. And we'll start with opening comments in just a moment. For those members of the media, if you have questions, we'll get to your questions just after we hear from the fighters. So to kick things off with his opening comments for the night, this is the CEO, the chairman, the founder of Bellator MMA, Mr. Bjorn Brennan.
Hey, thanks, Mike. First off, I just want to thank these guys. Great night of fights, spectacular performance by these guys sitting to my left, but also these guys to my right. Just give them a hand. These guys did Starting out down here on the left, Brennan Ward is an incredibly talented fighter. Joe Pacheco is also an incredibly talented fighter. Both of these guys found their way into this fight vis-a-vis other guys getting hurt. So they weren't anticipating being in this tournament. Joe Pacheco is a guy you will see fighting here time and time again. We got huge high hopes for him. And Brennan Ward, you look like $1 million tonight, sir. That was a great victory. Congratulations, and he'll be in the finals of our 185-pound tournament.
I guess start out thank Bellator. Like you said, I wasn't supposed to be in the tournament. I was on the undercard of the Mohegan Sun show in Connecticut. And kid, whatever happened, happened. And I stepped in. I'll try to make the most of it. I made the most of it so far, and I'm just gonna try to keep rolling to the finals against this kid right here and try to do work on him. And that's it. And once again, thanks Bjorn, thanks Bellator, thanks to my sponsors, and just hanging out, trying to get another victory. All right.
Just pretty much say what he said. I just want to thank Bellator for giving me the opportunity to actually come out here and try to showcase what I can do. Once again, it was a pleasure just to be thought of to step up and to step into this competition. So it was a great fight. Learned a lot of things today, and look forward to coming back and actually showcasing the improvements of what I plan on doing.
I've been watching MMA for a lot of years, and when there's a fight like a Jason Butcher fight against Michael Parlow, it reminds me of old school MMA. It was a stylistic fight. It's when the old school days when you used to see fights and they would list where a guy fought or what his style was. It was like jiu-jitsu fighter versus karate fighter or boxer versus wrestler, and that's really what this fight ended up being. And stylistically, they say styles make fights. And Michael Parlow, you had a spectacular game plan for this fight tonight and won every round. So congratulations on a big win. I cannot wait to see you and the gentleman to your left go at it in about a month. So congratulations, great victory.
First of all, thank you to Bjorn and Bellator for giving me the opportunity, and thanks to my sponsors, and thanks to my coaches and my dad. They support me a lot, and they bring me to the fight, talk to me during the whole fight, helps me. And I look forward to going to the final and make a good fight for you guys. Thank you.
Well, it didn't go as planned. No. Great job by Parlow, sticking to his game plan. He's just a better fighter tonight. I'll be back for sure, and I still have full intentions of being a champion of this organization. So thanks for having me, guys, and I'll be back ready to get back in there whenever you want me to.
Rafael Silva is a guy that we've had our eye on for a long time. He's done great stuff inside of our cage, and tonight a great victory against Anthony Leone, and has earned the unenviable right of facing our champion at 135 and Eduardo Dantas, who I think is one of the greatest fighters we have in MMA at 135 pounds. But congratulations on a great win, and I cannot wait to see that world title fight.
Primeiro, eu tenho a agradecer, dizer que estou muito feliz de estar nessa mesa aqui do Bellator, agradecer o Bjorn pela oportunidade, o Bellator, e graças a Deus eu consegui alcançar meus sonhos e também estou louco para lutar. Obrigado.
Well, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be here fighting for Bellator. I want to say thanks to Bellator and Bjorn. And what I can say is that I'm looking forward to have the title shot.
Yeah, I want to thank Bellator for having me, and just didn't go my night. I learned a lot already. I didn't even watch the fight. I feel like I learned a lot, and just excited to get back in there and improve. Thank you.
When Sam Kaplan and Zach Light and our talent development team put together this four-man heavyweight tournament, just as a fan of the game, I just got excited like a goofy kid watching MMA. I assumed, I didn't have any idea who would win the fights, but I assumed the fights would go much like they went. I figured they would end early and they would end in violent fashion. It just, you know, excitement. I mean, that's what you look for in the heavyweight division. When I'm watching fights and I'm getting ready to watch MMA, I've been a fan of the man sitting to my left for a lot of years because win or lose, you say live by the sword, die by the sword, that's how he fights. And it just makes watching MMA exciting. Vinicius is the same way, and so is LeVar. We got everybody up here, everybody that's standing here, as a heavyweight fights that exact same way, and that's what I expected we would get. Nobody gave us anything less than that. Mark gave us a spectacular fight right up until it ended. So, and that's what I really always hoped we'd get out of our heavyweight division. We've got it at 45 and 55 and 70, and you saw it tonight at 85, but now you see it at our heavyweight. So, Vinicius, great victory. I figured that one of you guys would knock the other one out. I had no idea which direction it would go in, and I think both you guys honestly probably said the same thing, and you landed a spectacular big right hand. That was a great victory, great knockout. LeVar will be back with us. As soon as you get off suspension, my friend, we will get busy again right away.
45 days, I'm ready.
45, then 46. So we'll be ready to rock and roll. But an incredibly exciting fighter who I've watched fight for years, and Vinicius, a great victory tonight. So congratulations, my friend.
First, I want to say thank you to Bellator and Bjorn to give me this opportunity to believe in my job, you know, in my fight. I want to say thank you to LeVar. Man, he's such a nice guy. He treated me very good since I met him here, and it's a pleasure to fight some guy like him. And I don't want to lie for you guys for sure. I don't have a problem to lie these things, you know. I was fucking scared about his hand. There's no anybody who had 15 knockouts and 17 wins. And, you know I was ready to fight him. I was trying to think and take him down first to make him tired, and then I tried to find some punches. But, you know, my God is really big, and for sure it's nothing about me, it's about my God. And I'm really proud to have this victory, and I'm looking forward to make a big war against Chicago. Thank you, guys.
Well, I just want to thank Bellator too for giving me the opportunity to be in this tournament. Second chance at boosting my career up. Just to be here with a bunch of great guys. Nobody had any egos here. Czech, Mark, Vinicius, all really great guys. And things happen. You fight long enough in the heavyweight division. That's all it takes is one punch, to knock you out. So I stuck to my game plan. Stuck with the jab, was waiting for him to shoot so I could hit him with an uppercut and put him to sleep, but he didn't get the memo. I don't want to go along with that, so, it was a great shot. I still think it was too early. But, thank you guys, and like you said, I hope I can be able to fight in 46 days.
And the gentleman sitting to my right, Mark Godbeer, has been with us for a long time, suffered through some injuries, and then after suffering through injuries, gets his first draw against Czech Congo in the first fight with us. But you'll see this gentleman back here fighting in short order in the heavyweight division, and probably in another tournament in short order as well. Very talented fighter, and congratulations, Czech, on a great fight. Great performance.
What I can say, sorry about my English, but I'm French. So hopefully, it would be a big excuse to I've apologized. But the great thing is I would like to thank Bjorn and Bellator just to give me also the opportunity to be here tonight, just to show what I got, And like I used to say, I have enough gas in the tank. We're doing a tournament, a four-man tournament. It's pretty tough because also those guys right here surrounding me are really big and tall, big punch in their fist. So, everything is about it's about strategy. And I would like to thank Mark, Mark Goodbeer, because he did a really good job. He tried to put me down, just to push me, and I have to react differently, because as everybody used to know, I made a few mistakes, in the past in different organizations, and also I just want to learn, and I learned from those mistakes to be better. Also somewhere that's a kind of strategy to make them confident. So it is like a notice for my next opponent, Vinicius, the next. So hopefully, we're gonna make a really good war, like he did with Lava. So I would like to thank also all the competitors tonight, because they really did a really good job. They gave me a really good satisfaction, and also thank you, Bjorn, just to be here and to share some good motion. Thank you, guys.
I'd like to thank Bellator, first of all, for giving me the opportunity to fight. I'm glad to finally be here. I've had a long layoff due to injury, and yeah, a learning curve tonight, that's definitely, thanks everyone. Thanks Jack, thanks for meeting all you guys, it's been a pleasure, man, and I hope to be back fighting very soon.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. For those that may have just recently joined us in the live stream, we welcome you still on site here at the Visalia Convention Center. Opening remarks are out of the way, so let's move it right to questions for the members of the media that we have. If you have any questions, we'll take them now.
I have a question.
And here's your first question.
My question is for LeVar. And in the heavyweight division in 46 days, who would you like to fight?
It doesn't matter, like I said, at this level, everybody's at the top level, so just anybody they put in front of me, I need to get a paycheck. Christmas is coming up.
You kind of briefly shared with us your game plan. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way you wanted it to go. What was your game plan going into the fight?
Well, I know he's a brown belt, Nogueira brown belt in jiu-jitsu. So we didn't want to clinch up with him. We didn't want him to take me down or anything like that. So I was trying to keep jabs, popping him in his face, and just try to bait him to come in and catch me shooting in, and just hit him with an uppercut and a couple hooks, and then unleash it on him. But yeah, shit happens.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, thank you. Next question. We have in the house. Last call for questions. Gentlemen, your next question then.
LeVar, you talked about having a second chance with this promotion. Now that you have some time back before you actually compete in the cage again, is there anything that you're going to focus on in terms of a reflection, either your performance in the cage or things that you've been dealing with outside of the cage?
Maybe wear a football helmet next time. I'm going to do the same thing I do how I train. I train with a great camp at Josh Koscheck's Dethroned MMA in Fresno. We got a great bunch of wrestlers, jiu-jitsu coaches, boxing coaches. So I'm happy where I'm at, and I feel my next fight, I probably won't wait for anybody to shoot or anything. I'll probably come out firing and go for what I know.
And Bjorn, some of the fighters here were talking about adjusting to the format of a tournament format. Do you see yourself breaking away from that format, i.e. another pay-per-view, allowing some of these fighters to fight in a way that they're familiar with?
Yeah, look, we do fights. We oftentimes schedule fights that aren't necessarily part of the tournament format, but the tournament format for us is designed to really determine who earns the right to wear the strap. So, you know, look, if you're going to be our champion, you're going to go through one of those tournaments, whether it be a four-man, like we're seeing right now in the heavyweight division, one series of fights, both ended quickly. These two gentlemen will fight. Winner will fight the winner of Volkov-Minakov. But there's no reason in the world, and we've done it since day one in 2009, that we can't do special fights. We can't do, you know, a great fight that you'd like to see that may not lead to, you know, the next step, may not lead to a tournament, may not lead to a world title fight. But, you know, I've always felt like the essence of MMA or the essence of any sports competition is being champion. And so we do those fights a la what we're doing with Tito and Rampage. That's a fight I wanted to see for years. It never happened. Those are two guys who I've known for years. And if you're an MMA fan, you always wondered kind of why did Chuck and Randy fell into the mix and Rampage fell in and Tito fell in, but they never fell in together. So we'll make fights like that every once in a while, every blue moon. But what we do, we're not going to deviate from who we are and what we do strategically to determine the champions.
Thank you, gentlemen. Your next question.
Bjorn, my question is for you. Welcome to the Central Valley. I know you've had a somewhat of a good experience here. My question was, how do you plan to hit a country type of area like the Central Valley, like Fresno, La Sierra, compared to a top market like New York, San Francisco, or any sort of, as far as marketing wise, or strategic planning for the actual event, and to get people to come?
Yeah, I mean, you know, look, this is the first time we've been here. So what we typically experience when we go someplace for the first time, and I think we see it, the other organization sees it, is you get, you don't get the immediate stickiness in a market. And typically one event will happen and then people will come back and tell their neighbors and their friends and the guys they know in the gym and say, well, that was awesome, it was a great night, I had a ton of fun, and I got to see some great knockouts, and then you build off of it. Your second, third event become your big hits. Mohegan Sun in the East Coast has become that for us. Stackerville, Oklahoma, where the middleweights are going to fight their next round of their competition, that's become that for us. Pachanga in Southern California has become that. Consistent sellouts, event after event after event. But it takes time. You got to kind of plant the seeds and then pour water on. The response was great. There's a lot of great mixed martial artists out of this area. You saw it. I mean, Doug Marshall was here. He's fighting for our title. And LeVar was here. And you got guys that are kind of, you know, foundational elements to the MMA scene in these different markets. But it's just about planting that seed. And while the crowd was good tonight, it wasn't great. It wasn't sold out. I think what we have to do is just kind of reassess and look at what we did, look at where we put our advertising dollars and how we got the word out and see if we can build off of that. But it was a good crowd, and of course when the heavies came out and we had big moments tonight, the reaction was great. So, you know, I see a pretty good likelihood that we could be back. That's a long answer to a short question. That's short.
Gentlemen, thank you for your questions. Bjorn, we'll go right back to you for closing comments.
Thanks. Like I said, November 8th, Thackerville, Oklahoma, Brennan Ward, Michael Parlow in the finals of our middleweight tournament. That'll be our first announced final. Our hope is to do Rafael Silva versus Eduardo Dantas on that same night, November 8th, in Thackerville, Oklahoma, an event that is already halfway sold out. And the final of the heavyweight division, we got to put our heads together and figure out where to do that, but that should be fireworks. I cannot wait to see these two gentlemen go at it. So thank you guys for coming out.
And for those in attendance, if you would one last time, a nice hand for the fighters tonight. We'll see you Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Central. We'll see you next Friday night.
Hey, fighters, all come to Check, check. Westside San Bernardino. This is for my people. Black entrepreneur Negro. Trust this game is cutthroat.